Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 14th of November 2022, and I've just got a little tale for you. This one's been knocking around a lot of the Telegram groups recently, so you might have seen this, you might have heard this story before, because I first heard this one 2 or 3 years ago before I really got involved with the nonsense and this channel and everything. And it came from a source that was not a truther source. Don't know where it's from, but wasn't a truther source anyway. But it's quite a remarkable little story, and it just shows or illustrates the illusion of money and debt. So I'll tell you the story. I probably won't get it 100% right as it's told on these Telegram groups, but I'll do my best. So one day a guy goes into the hotel in a relatively small village, and he says, I'd like to go and inspect a couple of your rooms just to see if they're going to be suitable for my needs in the future. So here's a £50 note and as kind of a deposit, and I'll go up and have a look, spend a good hour checking everything out, if I may. And so off he goes, and the hotel owner immediately takes the £50 note, goes next door where there's a butcher, and he pays off his debt to the butcher that he's got for some of the meats that they use in the hotel. So he's happy, he's paid off this debt, and the butcher then does a very similar thing. He goes up the road and pays the pig farmer that he gets a lot of his meat from his debt, and clears his debt to the pig farmer, who then happily goes to the fence repairman. I'm starting to lose who's involved with who here, but he goes to the fence repairman who repairs the fences around the pigsties and everything, and he owes him £50, so he clears his £50 debt to the fence guy. And then the fence guy goes to the local prostitute. It's getting a bit raunchy here, but bear with me. He goes to the local prostitute and pays off his debt to her, because times are so tough in this small village that even she has to do things on credit these days. And anyway, he then goes off very pleased that he's now cleared his debt, and the prostitute then goes back to the hotel and gives the hotel owner the £50 note, paying off her debt for her room that she uses for her services. And the hotel owner takes back the £50 note and plonks it back on the counter just in time for this visitor to come back down, who then picks up the £50 note and says, sorry, the rooms aren't quite up to what I'm looking for, I'm afraid. So he pockets his £50 note and goes off. So in this 1 hour, all these debts has been cleared by the same £50 note, which really all it did essentially was come out of a guy's wallet and then go back in there an hour later. And yet all these people in the village have now cleared their debts and had their sort of debts that were owed to them paid off, and everybody's happy, everybody's sort of relieved. And that kind of shows you really how illusory all of this stuff is to do with money and to do with debt. So interesting story, don't you think? Let you ponder on that one, and I'll be back tomorrow. Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.